Lines. Gary, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing, sir?
I'm pretty good.
I missed you last week. I know it was Easter, but it's good to have you back.
Yeah, it turns out I'm a lot better when I'm actually on the phone instead of just thinking about all the great things I have to say with you.
And Gary, it's my understanding all the good people take Easter off and enjoy their time.
You know what? I was going to spare the religious diatribe, but thank you for backing that. It may not be a surprise, but I put a list together for this morning, and it's based on you're talking about the market and a good time to sell, and or how you sell, or how you sell for more money, and you talked about clutter, and so I put a list together, and it's I'm going to start on it right now. It's 5,000 ways to clear the clutter in your life.
I think you just cluttered my life.
No, well, instead of going down the list, I just thought I'd talk about kind of the three core areas that people have clutter in their life, and it's typically money clutter, stuff clutter, and calendar clutter. And so, I thought it'd be good for, everybody to take a minute and, take a second look at the clutter in their life. And it's pretty easy. It kind of goes back to the things that you learned as a child when you tell your mom, I need a sucker. I need, this toy, or I need this video game. And she'd say, no, you don't. You want it. And here's the difference. Everything you do when you make decisions in your life, when it comes to things financially, when it comes to, purchases and buying stuff, and, your calendar, your schedule in terms of your busyness, you should look at it and say, is this something I, need to buy? Is this something I need to have? Is this something I need to spend time on, or is it just something that I want to? And start putting things in those two columns. When you look at the money clutter side of it, look at your bank statement. I think one of the things that's happened to us is a lot of people don't even use a check register anymore. I know that some people don't even know what a check register is. Mm-hmm. And when you have a check register, you have that mental affirmation, and when you write it down, that it's costing you money and it's actually coming out of somewhere. I think the whole check card swiping thing seems to make impulse buying happen a lot quicker. And, people spend some time each month just going through their entire bank statement. You might find some pretty glaring areas of opportunity for you to find some extra cash in your life and maybe move up and upgrade into a nicer house, or, find some budget at your company to hire sharper to do your management, or, anything like that. So, that's the money clutter side. I think the stuff clutter is easy. Every year, if you have a house, you should probably get a dumpster and fill it up. Mm-hmm. It seems like we're able to do that. And I always say, before you buy something, ask yourself, where am I going to put it?
That's a good question.
But the last piece is really just calendar clutter, because time is our most precious resource, and regardless of how you approach the longevity and the plan in your life, I think it's easy for us to look at our week and get caught up in the difference between what I call a busy week or a productive week. Mm-hmm. And the best way to determine that is to ask yourself that same need and want question: is this time I need to spend on this, or is this time that I want to spend on this? And I don't know, it's time to clear the clutter, right? And I think the more we do that, I think the better off we'll be in a lot of areas in our life, especially when it comes to moving real estate, buying real estate. There's areas of opportunity in all of that. So
yeah, Gary, those are all fantastic. Those are great things. Zach, I know you and I talked about this a couple months ago. This Mint program, or
it's mint.com. I put my budget on there, so it comes on my phone. I know when something's over budget or getting close to budget. So it's a free website. I don't know if you've heard of that, Gary, but
Mint is excellent. And matter of fact, Mint has a great app out there for any of the smartphones. You can use it. So the easier it is for you to make some of those decisions about clutter, the more effective you'll be at them, and that's a great tool, Mint. So yeah, good suggestion.
Yeah, Gary, you bring up a great point. It was, in high school and college, I had a check register and wrote everything down, and you're right. You don't. I think that if you sit back and you take a look at last month's, your checking account and your debit card that you're using. I know, Zach, you and I talked about this. You said, wow, I can't believe I spend this much money on this.
Yep.
Or I can't believe I spend, or I don't spend, I thought my money was going to different places. And
Yep.
and it's just being aware of, what's going on. And I think that's fantastic. Clutter in your house, I'm going to, instead of getting a dumpster, there's a company out there called gooddonor.org, and it's a donation they'll come and pick up. Virtually anything, they'll come to your house. You schedule a deal. But that's also fantastic as well. Gary, appreciate calling in again this morning. Brought in some good tips, some good motivational stuff. As far as social media marketing, best way to get a hold of you guys is through the website, minnesotahometalk.com. But I know you've helped us out just a ton with our social media, and I really appreciate the call.
Yeah, thanks, gentlemen. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Have a good one.